We are doing a Doctor Who podcasty thing.
Podcasty thing.
Yes, it's a technical term. Okay,
It is technical.
and the way this works is that two of us, me and Splatoonyloony here. Yes, I am Tintin Who. That is Splatoonyloony. Both of us have watched the entirety of the new series and also a little bit of the old stuff. Right?
Yep. Yep.
But the third, the Icelandic unicorn, or uni, or
I was gonna wave, but I realized nobody could see it.
yes,
It's a wave.
wave the
Hello.
sound wave, the sound wave
Yeah, I'm gonna send a sound wave. Watch out, it's coming your way.
has
Yeah.
only recently, with me, watched the first season of New Who, which is 13 episodes long.
Yeah, a Doctor Who newbie.
Yes.
Yay.
A Doctor Who. A Doctor Whoopie, yeah, I was trying to make a.
A Hoobie?
Yeah.
You're a Doctor
I
Whoopie!
like that. You're
Oh
a
my
hoobie.
god.
That is
A
kind of cute,
Hoobie.
though.
Yeah, that's a new
Oh.
word. We've invented a new word.
We've invented the Doctor Whoopie. That's
Let's
amazing.
put that in the title next stream.
Yes. Oh Jesus. I have to, in order to guide this, I've got actually a little list of what topics to focus on.
Okay,
So,
that's really nice.
yeah, I did that on purpose for you. So, and I'm just gonna warn is that Spoon has got a problem of accidentally spoiling things.
Yes.
So I'm going
Yeah.
to be more of a shh. You have legitimately dropped like really big Doctor Who spoilers in chat, and I'm like, don't do that. Nobody here has watched it. I am the only one who knows what you're talking about.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
major plot points, and I'm like, no.
Just to explain, future viewers, I get very excited and very passionate about Doctor Who. Sometimes my brain just takes over, and I start saying things I shouldn't be saying. So
Yeah.
Tina may throw the odd swear word in at me, tell me to shut up. That's all right.
Though I'm not really that sweary of a person, so it's
No.
more of a shush.
Yeah.
Okay. First topic is just simply, what do you think of the Doctor, and like, what are your like favorite moments or thoughts on the character?
I mean, the Doctor, he is quite likable. Although he can be a bit of a douchebag, so you kind of question, like, ugh, at moments.
Yeah.
But they don't happen a lot, but there are occasional moments where you wonder if he's a good guy or not.
Yeah, that's a fairly good analogy, I would say.
Yeah, he is. He does have very much the I am very, very smart, so it can sometimes kind
Arrogance.
of lead to that kind of. It's also the fact that, well, he's not human, so you can't really judge him the
Yeah.
same way, so.
Yes, and what the point? I was gonna say, and yeah, it's sometimes that I don't understand the reasons for what he's doing, the things that he does. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Is
mean,
this
he's
where I
going
say,
after
do you have an
just-
example?
I'm so bad at examples, but
I
No,
know,
I mean-
but
because like he's going after to save like timelines, right? And the world essentially, or putting things right.
yeah.
But it doesn't always work out. And I mean, on the time topic, I mean, it's kind of like godlike to be deciding what's right for a timeline and what's not.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't disagree with that. I think that's the beauty of Doctor Who for me, anyways. That there are so many different angles you can approach the Doctor from. If
Yes.
you want to really hate on him, you can find a ton of stuff to hate on him for. If you want to love him, you can find a ton of stuff to love him. He's got so many layers from so many different angles, and I think that's why it's so appealing to people. There's something there sort of for everybody. Does that make sense? Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah. It's the fact that he is very much a flawed character, and that is a good thing.
Yes.
Because characters should be flawed because it makes them more realistic, even
Yeah.
weird over the top ones. And I just sent
Yeah.
you a Discord message of the list of all the episodes, just so you can maybe
Yes.
try to remember things.
Yes. I remember quite a few things, but it's I'm quite whimsical with my memory, so
Yeah, I know.
seeking it out doesn't help. But when it comes to me, it comes to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and in many ways, even though he's an alien, he's incredibly human. Sometimes I find with his emotions.
Yeah. Another much discussed subject among movie and
Yeah.
TV. Why is he so human?
Yeah, it is actually kind of almost a controversial thing, even though I'd much rather have him be really emotional than not, because he would be a lot more boring if he wasn't. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
In my
as
opinion.
humans, everything revolves around emotions with us. Most things are stemmed
Yes.
from
Yeah.
some kind of emotion.
Absolutely.
So emotionless.
Yeah.
Like, has to be done in a
This is a
very
difficult
specific
word.
thing.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't do anything for us.
Yeah. It's what I can.
It would be robotic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotionless, completely emotionless would just be robotic. So it wouldn't have any depth at all, would it?
It's like I'm gonna use Lucifer as an example. Like apparently the original version of Lucifer was in the comics is he's a lot more like not really doesn't have any really that kind of emotions, but the one in the show is extremely emotional, and I'd much rather have him. I do kind of find it funny that they went from him having very little to no emotion in the comics to being completely ruled by his emotions, but
yeah.
It's what I like about shows is that they really make you confront feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you see someone that's really upset, it gets you really thinking about being really upset, so you can feel it a lot more.
The feels, which
I think
feels.
I think that's what makes reaction videos so popular now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can think of let me think of something. The Witcher, for instance.
Eh.
I didn't really get emotional watching that, but when I watched people reacting to it, I did.
I definitely got
produced
emotional watching it.
No spoilers.
It produced a different kind of emotion. That makes sense. For me, anyway. It was
More
from
empathy.
somewhere else. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah.
But sometimes like the doctor's emotions are like let's say
I don't even know what you're trying to say, so I can't help you.
yeah, I know. But no, I mean like his reactions like kind of shock you in a way.
Yeah.
Because I mean he has seen some shit.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, so it kind of sometimes sets you like because it feels so normal to him, like in the show.
He's
That what makes it a little bit fun. That he's just like, yeah, it's just another day at the office. And then there's like bros, like what?
surrounded by death.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, and that's and this isn't spoilery. That's a topic that comes up much.
Oh yeah.
For most of the Doctor series seasons, that will come up often as a debatable subject, which is good. It's more interesting.
It is, like morality and stuff like that is a lot more.
Yeah, and being desensitized, simply being desensitized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about you loving horror games and stuff, Tina.
Yeah.
And they scared the absolute hell out of me. Uni doesn't like zombies, that sort of stuff. But let's be honest, most people are desensitized to that stuff now, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I guess that's how the Doctor must feel, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes after so many hundreds of years, he probably thinks, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything more to add? I also gonna add this in here because it's relevant. Is the fact that you know from the last episode, you've seen the entirety of the Ninth Doctor.
Yeah. But I felt like it was maybe because we did like a speed run of the show, but I didn't get like emotionally attached
Yeah.
to the Doctor in
With
any way.
wait a second, we can probably do like math about how quickly you went through it. We did one episode the first day, then we did two all the next until we finished it. Can someone do math?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
6 weeks. No, 7 weeks.
It
Yes.
though it was also a while ago because we did do this like before Christmas. It's like we did not have time to do this. So this is not straight after watching it.
Yeah. No. But yeah, that was the kind of thing. But I mean, I liked him, and he was a good character, and I would have. He was a good Doctor. I would have liked to see him more.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I didn't get attached.
But yeah, a lot of that has to do with time.
Yeah. So that was the kind of thing. But I'm really excited to see how it goes with like the exchange to learn about when the Doctor regenerates.
Yeah, you haven't obviously not really seen that, so.
No, I've only seen him like regenerate, but I haven't met the next Doctor in any form.
And
so
I
yeah,
mean,
we
it
will-
always takes me more than one season to get emotionally invested in a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That isn't long enough in any show, not just Doctor Who.
I mean, it kind of depends on me. It can be just a moment or one sentence that the person says that puts it kind of in a line. So I mean, I've had like one episode characters that I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Can I? Because I know we've all watched this. Candy from Lucifer. I literally.
Yes, she was a fun character.
And every time I rewatch that episode, I'm like, I love her more. It's like that is the best guest character that's been in that show.
Yeah.
Like,
but that
be
matter,
fair,
he didn't like make me love him.
No.
In any way.
And to be fair, Doctor Who in the future has many, many characters that you only see for a couple of scenes and go, yes.
Yeah.
You
There are a lot of characters in this.
Yeah.
Are we ready to move to the next topic?
Yes, we can always come back.
Yeah, we can always. This is also just a casual chat. This is just to, like, keep some kind of momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one I have is just companion moments, as in also what do you think of the companion? In this case, there was only one. Well, two if you count. Okay, I'm gonna count them. I'm gonna count Jack. So it's Rose and Jack.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of is like
in my
kind of a companion.
In my opinion, the definition of a companion. This is something that's debated among the fans. Is my definition of a companion is someone who's traveled in the TARDIS with the Doctor for more than one story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Like, that is the definition of a companion that at least I go by, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Rose. But I think, like, the Doctor and her are good together. They are quite similar in their different ways. meaning that, I mean, she abandoned everything quite easily.
Very quickly.
Yes. So, and yeah, like first time watching it, it felt a bit strange that she would just run up no matter what. But I mean, she is kind of the character that is quite impulsive. I feel in some ways.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
So
And
I
again,
wouldn't say it would be out of character for her to just up and leave.
Yeah, and again, that's a very debated subject again, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Doctor Who.
A lot.
But let's be honest. You're standing in your garden one summer's day, and a Time Lord turns up in a TARDIS. You can go anywhere in space and time. Would you say no?
I mean,
I would
she's
be
Well-
just like a.
I'd be through the door so quick there'd be a Splatoony shaped hole in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
You know,
you would miss
you
your
would.
comfy bed.
Yes.
Like,
But you would go, wouldn't you? It's something that, if that sort of thing actually existed, it's something you just would not even think about. Well, I wouldn't.
yeah, that's the thing. I probably would because I'm that kind of person. So
Yeah.
Yeah, she feels like a character that has always been wishing for something more, and then
Yes.
that something more was just staring you in the face, and she tried to resist it at first, but
Yeah. No
uh,
cigar.
but when the doctor came back together, like of course she took the leap and left.
Yeah.
But it did feel kind of douchebaggy.
Yeah. Yeah, not good if you're on the receiving end of it.
nope.
No. That. But she is fun, and her
Like,
curiosity and towards things. She doesn't. I don't feel like she shies away from anything. Kind of.
she's just there.
Yeah, I mean, she just goes for it in most things. I mean, if I would have ended up in a lot of situations that she has been in, with similar experiences, it's different when the doctor does it because it's probably not the first time he has seen stuff like that. But I mean, weird, killer mannequins and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
flop in
Timey-wimey
the.
stuff.
I just started silently laughing because I just thought of how the hell did Rose end up on a blimp?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the blimp.
Like,
Yeah.
thank you. How the hell did you do that?
Yes.
Like, then there's Jack, who was only around for four, like, stories, but two-parters.
Yeah. He was. I mean, he was just a typical Prince Charming kind of dude.
There's nothing typical about John Barrowman. But
No.
I know what you
I mean,
mean.
Yeah, he's like that pretty boy type of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, to leave him was douchebaggy. And
Yeah.
that made me feel kind of sad that he was just left.
And I remember from our watch, you were kind of convinced that he died at the end, but not.
Yes, that was the time. It was like, wasn't it the one time where Rose was killed?
Yeah, by the Daleks.
Yes, and
Like-
I did air quotes killed.
So yeah, no, kinda. I said
Because that
exactly.
moment was quite obviously, I mean, not a moment where you would kill a main character. There's,
Yeah.
so I kind of, I didn't take it seriously when she died, but when Jack did die there, I was for sure. I mean, because that kind of felt like a moment, because he wasn't like a main character, but he was,
Yeah.
had become kind of a part of the posse. type of thing. But
And
but it
felt like
kind of
that
felt
was it.
like he wouldn't be like long running, so it did feel like a moment where he died. So they really got me there. But when
Yeah.
he was like resurrected and just left there, it got to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another debated point, but we can't really go into that. But yeah,
Yeah.
poor Jack.
So I mean, like Rose didn't remember if didn't know that he came alive. Came alive. Had,
Came along.
came alive. Sorry,
Isn't that where King Arthur lived? Came along.
Camelot.
No. Side
That
note:
was
I don't
bad.
know if it's my like headphones or anything, but every single time you say Rose, I hear you say Bros, and it's really,
Rose.
Yeah.
it's really
Rose.
throwing me off.
Yeah, Rose the Bros. Yeah, Rose Bros. Isn't that the like the
Camelot.
fan club? I think these are the
Rose
fanboys that
Bros.
love Rose, like the Rose Bros.
Rose Bros.
Okay, I don't think they're
Please tell me
called
that's a
that.
thing.
I don't think they are, but they're called that now. Or I'm gonna call
Yes,
them that
I mean
now.
that should be a thing if it's not. I'm surprised that
That's
it's
official. I'm not
Rose.
in it, by the way.
Neither am I. But
No.
not about
So-
that any yet. But okay, are we fine with companion discuss for now?
not. Yes, for now.
Okay.
Yes.
So the next topic I have is favorite episode. Or you can have favorite story if it's a two-parter if you want.
Yeah.
Favorite episode.
That's also why I sent you the list so you can like remember.
Yes. I think I have to go for the Dalek.
Yeah, when the Dalek first came or appeared.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
a strong episode. Good episode.
Though you like it because you okay, we have not actually discussed this yet in this, but there's to be fair a thing that we can't discuss it later. But for some reason, Uni here thinks the Daleks are cute,
Yes.
and I literally could not get over it when we were watching it. It's like, oh, it's so cute, ha!
I don't know why it is, because I knew about the Daleks before I watched Doctor Who, but I mean I hadn't heard like the voice or like what they sound like, and but I don't know. I get it tickles my heart when they're talking to each other,
Yeah, yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
I can see
tickles
that.
my heart.
Yeah. Be interesting to see later on in your Doctor Who journey if you still think they're cute.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an update every like time we see
Yes.
Daleks because
Every season.
yeah, spoiler,
Like a
they're going to
reoccurring question is: do you still find them cute?
and I'm just gonna say right now, probably the answer is going to be yes the entire time.
Right.
But I get their fear factor. Like I can see how they are terrifying, and as an entity, they are terrifying. I mean, they're just like an army of SS soldiers, just.
Yeah.
Pretty
with
much.
absolutely no emotions.
And they're basically tanks, like really strong
Yeah.
tanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, you cannot change their mind, so that is what is terrifying about them, because as soon as they decide you're dead, you're gonna be dead. They're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
So
I always looked at the Daleks in as much that sometimes when you first see them, maybe as a kid, if you first see Doctor Who as a kid, and you go, oh, I like little trash cans on wheels.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but when you get to think about the way they think, and I ended up thinking to myself, what would it be like if I met one? Like, if they were real and I met one, they'd be terrifying.
Yes.
I think that's what's terrifying for me, and I personally think that's the genius of Doctor Who, because you look at some of their creatures and you think, nah, but then think to yourself in the back of your mind, what if I actually run into that in the street? I would shit myself.
To be fair, you would
I think
probably
that's the genius of the the monsters in Doctor Who.
It really is, but I'm going to ruin it just because it's funny. But technically, I would also shit myself if we would run into, like, Big Bird. Technically.
Yeah, true story. Yeah, so would I. I'd run away screaming. But it's a 9-foot yellow bird. Ah!
Leave.
Oh, gone on Sesame Street. Carry on, Didda.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I mean uni.
Oh,
That's fine. We can say call each other whatever.
Okay.
I hope I'm not mixing up episode. Also, the game where they were playing the games in
Like.
Station. Isn't it called
Station.
Station 5?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
mean the episode Bad Wolf? You mean like the
Yeah,
penultimate?
that's the Bad Wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the penultimate
That
episode.
one was also quite fun.
I really like that episode. I also really like the parodies of the shows.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I didn't know the shows before. What shows they were
Parody.
parodying. But
Yeah.
it was a fun show. Like it overall, like that was a fun show, but yes, but I'll have to say my favorite was when I first met the Daleks.
So yeah, favorite
Yeah.
episode is Dalek. Yeah, I love the title of that episode.
Yeah.
It's so complicated.
Yeah.
Remember?
Says what it does on the tin.
Yeah.
And I
Rem-
remember, like, because in the show they don't say it's Dalek, but I remember when I like saw the circle, and heard him scream, and I was like, oh yeah, because
And-
I instantly knew it was the Dalek. It was the
And
Dalek.
I purposefully made you not know the title of that episode, and I will do that regularly if it's.
Yeah.
When Tina and I had this very same discussion, well, not exactly the same question, similar. I realised that, going from what you were just saying there, Uni, that every season, and we're talking about the first season, there's a fun episode, there's a scary episode, and it's really hard to pick a favourite, and I'm doing air quotes now.
Yeah.
I always find it really hard.
Yeah.
For the reasons you just gave, because I can pick a fun one.
I
Yeah,
usually.
because
one
a
that,
good
one that scared
episode-
the crap out of me, one that was really strong, one, there's so much going on.
I usually pick like 2 or 3, and that's completely fine.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
a good episode doesn't have to be fun.
No, my point exactly. But it would stick in your head as one of your favourites because that one was fun. Whereas another
Yeah.
one, it might stick in your head because it was terrifying, or it was emotional, or
Yeah, it just moves you in some sort of way.
yeah.
We want to do next topic?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I'd lost everybody. Then.
Nope. We just all stopped talking at the same time. I don't know how that worked. Next topic is least favorite episode.
Least
Yeah.
favorite.
I know what your least favorite episode of the season because we went throughout the entire show.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I
you
actually know your answers.
do. Yes, you do.
You know mine.
I do.
The least favorite.
It can't just be one that like you think is a little bit more average. If there's not really one that you
Yeah.
like, it's
Doesn't
just
mean a bad one. It's just one that didn't blow your skirt up as much as the others, basically.
I mean, honestly, I would think like the first one, the first show.
Rose, like the episode Rose. I really hate that it's titled Rose.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that was. I mean, a lot of first shows aren't fun because it's so much of introductions
Yeah.
type of
Like
thing.
the pilot problem that tends to happen.
Yes, and it kind of kills things for me. The introductions. I don't care if I don't know who that person is.
Yeah.
It's okay for me to like get to know them on their way
Yes.
through the season, but
Did it help how we accidentally watched the first episode, by the way? Because, it kept loading and it took us forever. And I was just chatting between.
I mean, yeah, because it was kind of buffering when we were watching it, so we had to stop in the scenes.
Mm-hmm. And we were talking about, like, the hell is up with Mickey turning into a trash can, or whatever the hell that scene is.
I mean, that was kind of funny though.
I know. I knew you would like that scene.
Because that was still, I was still like, getting into what like Doctor Who is about, and I was like staring at this like that is the trash can came alive. It's like he was eaten by a trash can. What?
Welcome.
So, yes, welcome. We're living trash cans are a thing.
Yep. So, yeah, you would just go with Rose because it's the pilot and has a lot to do and.
Yes, but yeah, I think I would have to go with that one. I mean, the others are good, but there was also the one which I can't remember where they had the the lady, the weird. I can't pronounce what they're called. Didda, can you?
Oh, you mean the Raxacoricophalopatorians?
Yes. where they were like taking the lady into the custody. That was a lot of just talking type of episode.
Yeah, you mean it's called Boomtown is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought it was Boomtown, but I wasn't sure.
I love how it took me a little while to realize that, but I was like, Raxacoricophalopatorian.
Yeah, because I thought I remembered that you could say it, but I need a little more practice so I can get there. But yes, but I also like I don't mind a lot of talking episodes as long as it's good talking.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
So that was also not the best, but yeah.
But yeah.
I have a weird sense of things, like how I find the Daleks cute and the transformation into an empty child, or
yes, that made you laugh.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
And that is the most ridiculous reaction I've ever seen to that scene. Like, here's the thing. I don't know
what's wrong with me, but I found that quite funny. Where the mask was like kind of whoop out of their face.
Honestly, it's so interesting that you have this reaction that it's perfect.
I don't know why that happens, but...
Sorry, guys, I got kicked out of chat again.
Oh, Jesus.
Just as an aside, if I may, question master.
Yes? What?
The episode Rose was directed by Keith Bullock.
Yeah.
And this is no reflection on him at all, I'm just reading data here. If you go to IMDb ratings, all of the episodes he directed in that series got the lowest rating.
Well, he's not a good
read into
director?
read into that what you want, listeners, but I'm just giving you some facts and figures, not my opinion or
something I didn't know.
Streamers. Yeah. So interesting. There you go.
Also, I like how I now have the title of Question Master.
Yes.
Well, I've got
question master.
Well, I've got Who in my name, so that's fine, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he for me to digress because I'm a nerd. He isn't known for his science fiction sort of. I think this was his directorial debut for science fiction.
So
he's done things like EastEnders and The Bill.
So he might not have been the best choice for it. Is more what it is. Miscasting in directing. Is it called casting when it's directing? Put into direction.
So, I mean, the stats don't lie, do they? As much as we all hate them, they don't lie. If people all over the world have voted those episodes as their least favourites, and it just turns out that they're all directed by him, then that kind of tells you something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Random topic that you of course know because you're looking up things.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is what we're doing this for.
I'm here till Thursday. Try to be it.
Okay, we're gonna go to the next topic.
Yep.
And it is simply titled Favorite Character, as in besides the Doctor and the companions. Just in any episode, just favorite characters in general, like characters you remember liking. And that's the
stuck in your head.
And for the record, not evil characters, because we're gonna talk about the villains later. So
Okay. So not the Daleks.
no.
No.
That's why I said we're gonna go to that. But yeah, favorite characters that are not villains.
Okay, not villains. I don't know. I like Rose's mom,
Jackie.
Jackie. Yes.
Jackie. Sorry.
I feel like an idiot because the names seem to leave me as soon as I go to talk about it.
Jackie Tyler.
Jackie Tyler. Yeah, she's fun.
She is delightfully. How can I say this? Not badly. She's kind of delightfully dumb.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean she is. She's just like a typical teen mom type of person. I feel.
I do like the line that's just in the pilot is she got compensation because the man at the counter said she was Greek. Well, she is Greek, but it's like, what the hell does that even mean?
Yeah.
I find her funny.
Yeah, she's. I do enjoy having a few Jackie moments in between.
Just kind of weird, funny Jackie moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like when the mannequin was attacking her, it was just the attacking Bright mannequin, if I remember correctly.
Yes, there were
It was
three.
just so close to get to her that it just falls down. It was fun.
And literally did the robot while falling down.
What?
They literally did when they were
Yeah,
falling
it
down.
was because I rewatched the first two episodes yesterday, and when the mannequins are dying or whatever,
Yeah.
turning back to dead.
You're turning back to mannequins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The consciousness leaving it.
Yeah.
It was quite hilarious. Just seeing a bunch of people just laying there, and I would have loved watching, working on set.
Bunch of people
Because
in just mannequin costumes.
These are quite ridiculous moments, but because you're working on set, it's quite a serious atmosphere.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you get me, so it was just no, you're shaking your leg too much, or
Yeah. You're laughing way too much.
yeah. So that always, I love scenes like this because it is a devastating scene when they are dying, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
Clive, the super conspiracy nut that we have in the first episode, literally gets shot point blank, just off camera, but still happens. "Quote unquote" kid show here. It's a family show. I really hate it when people call Doctor Who a kid show. It makes no sense.
Yeah. No, let's not even go down that conversation.
Nope. It's a family show.
So yeah, I think Jackie is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I did also like the psychic lady. Or the one who closes the gap. It's
Gwyneth. You're talking about Gwyneth from
yes.
the Christmassy Charles Dickens episode.
Yes.
The Unquiet Dead.
Yeah, yeah, they're unquiet dead.
Yeah, there we go.
So she was quite fun.
Yes. She was quite very timid, but
yeah, and also that atmosphere in that show is a thing that I like,
Mhm.
old-timey
Yeah.
Yeah, same,
Morg type of thing.
same.
So
That's why I
that
love the
really hit
Christmas
home
Carol
with me.
and
Yes.
stuff like that.
So that even if you would just describe the show as like, yeah, I'm probably gonna like it because
Yeah.
period movies and shit like that gets to me. So I really like it. So that one was I feel like it was obvious that I would gonna like it. She was
Yeah.
I like her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we did talk about it. She's played by Eve Miles, and you were really annoyed because you're like, I recognize that actress. Who is that?
Yes, she was so familiar.
And then I did point out that I think it's probably Merlin is the most like because she's in the pilot of Merlin.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like, so
I've
even if
probably
you've-
seen that part
so-
of Merlin.
Which I'm weirdly watching right now. So, not right now, but
Yeah.
rewatching.
I've just seen bits and pieces of Merlin, so
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and she's also been on a lot of other things, so I kind of know where you've probably seen her.
yeah.
But
But she has that kind of a face where it doesn't like catch you straight away, but in the back of your head, you know you've seen it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Now, the next topic is again. This is gonna be like a theme like this. Is least favorite character. So exactly the same thing, only and also no villains still.
Okay, no villains. Oh, sorry.
We're gonna
Because
get
I
to
remember
that.
the villains so much, but
Want to talk
well,
about
a lot more.
yeah,
Least favorite character.
or more just ones that are not your favorite. Can also just be the topic.
I mean, Mickey. I don't know if I'm gonna get hanged for this, but
Ooh, you might get hated on for that one.
Not well. She's only going by season 1.
yes. I mean, so far he's. I mean, I don't
Because-
hate him.
Yeah,
I feel kind of bad for him.
I feel I can save you here, Uni. I couldn't stand him in series 1. In this series,
I
stand him.
couldn't. I find him kind of like the thing is I do find him kind of funny. I find him kind of annoying, but
Yeah.
like it's mostly the fact that I felt sorry for him because of Rose.
Yes.
So
Yes, I feel sorry for him. I mean, Rose has been not so kind in any
No.
way.
Yes.
to someone
To
who
him.
we found out in an episode in this season, he is known basically for her entire life.
Yes, I mean, he feels like he has had his eye on her for like ever. So it does kind of, and for that, I don't like it. But I wouldn't mind if he didn't come back next season. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but he is.
I felt the same.
He's
when I first
alright,
watched it.
but now I feel kind of douchey because he's probably gonna redeem himself next season.
Well, like I
No.
said, I felt exactly the same
Yeah.
in the first season. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people did.
Yes,
in the Nordic games.
I also agree, but
Yeah.
yeah, important to note, this is season 1 only.
Yeah.
So,
Are there any other ones that kind of stick in your mind? Because you kind of did one that was reoccurring and then one that was only in one episode, so maybe you can do that. Can you pick another one that was only in one episode?
I
That's a
don't
hard
know.
question.
There's no one that like pops out of me as someone.
Okay, so if you just don't remember, then
Oh, I think not like because you said I can't do villains. So
yeah, I'm gonna point out one that you probably just have forgotten about. But do you remember Adam?
Yeah. Knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, but you've probably just forgotten about Adam, which there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Remember that asshole that had the TARDIS key and made a hole into his brain?
made a hole into his brain.
Remember he...
Oh, yes!
That
Oh,
asshole.
yes! Yes. Oh, yes.
It's got the implant.
I probably just repressed that. Yes,
Yes.
I remember now. I was like, for a second, I was like, hole into his brain, but then the image like popped in. I was like, how could you forget?
I love doing that
Yes,
because...
he was not a fun guy.
Nope.
No.
Though, bit of behind the scenes, apparently his character was made in order to showcase that not everyone can be with a doctor because they can be very greedy and stuff like that. But the character was so
yeah.
unlikable.
So you have to have some character traits to...
Yeah.
So basically you cannot be that asshole.
No.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
technically he was in
I
two stories.
repressed
But,
that. God,
yep.
he was not fun.
Nope.
Yeah, so he is definitely up there.
I just figured that the
Classic.
thing is you hate him a lot more than Mickey because there's
Yes.
nothing redeeming about Adam.
No, there
No.
isn't.
Don't bring him back.
Oh no.
Okay, spoilers, he won't be coming back.
He won't.
Big shock.
I feel like that's not really a spoiler. Because obviously not.
Oh, shame you said that. I was going to wind her up for the next.
If it were actually
9
the case,
seasons.
if it were actually the case, I would shut you down. So
Yeah.
I mean, just Adam alone, if he was a reoccurring character, I think he would have just sucked down Doctor Who with it.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
No matter
I
how
mean,
good the Doctor was.
He's just a plot device, wasn't he? at the
yeah,
end of
he
the day?
was. He was more of a
for what you just
cautionary
said,
tale.
so,
So
yeah.
so now we're
Good question though.
yes. I was wondering why you hadn't mentioned him. I was like, oh, she's probably forgotten.
Yeah.
Yes,
She-
I can't believe. Like I said, I must have repressed that. Oh.
You flushed him from your brain. Never to return.
Yes, it's like, thank God he's gone and just out of my head,
Yep.
out of sight, out of mind. So yeah,
So yeah, Adam. I find it so funny that you said that he first appears in the episode Dalek.
yes, he does.
And you somehow did not remember him though.
Because it has the Daleks.
The Dalek. In that case.
Yeah, the Dalek. He's just alone in that episode.
And they're so cute. Sorry. I've never heard anybody in all my years watching Doctor Who describe Daleks as cute. That's
Like,
never
I
happened.
am going to
ever.
find freaking Dalek plushies and give her for her birthday. Like, there is no way I'm not doing that. Spoilers
Yeah, absolutely.
for your own birthday.
I have room in my bed for a Dalek.
You could replace your husband with a Dalek.
Okay.
Yes, if the Dalek's big enough.
For
Yeah.
people that are listening, her husband is what she calls a giant pillow she has in her
giant
bed.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, spoiler, she's not
Alright,
actually
move on,
married.
because you're making us all sound really sad. at the moment.
No, we all just live hours and hours and hours away from each other. That's the problem.
This is true. This is true. That's how we like it. Let's go.
Okay, next topic, and this is one you've been waiting for. Fave villain or villains.
Yay.
Like,
That's why I said villains.
yeah. But also, the last human.
Cassandra, Lady Cassandra.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
She is a fun character.
She's also a very freaky effect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially when you consider where the skin came from.
Eh.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, I think when we were watching it, didn't the camera or something, didn't it start buffering or something when
yes.
I
when she blew,
my reaction to when she blew up?
yes, there was a bit of a problem, so that was never seen. The reaction to her
Yeah.
Also, that's a delightful image.
Yes.
Not at all graphic.
But also, I noticed it when I was watching the episode last night. Is from behind you can see her mouth open.
Yes, I know. I don't know how that works. I have always wondered.
I didn't see that like the first time, but when I was watching it, yesterday, I was like, "Wait, am I looking through her mouth?"
Yes, you can.
What?
You could literally stick
just
your
think-
finger through her, through her mouth.
No, there's a thought I don't want to have again. Just think how cheap she would be to get fed, though. You could literally take one strawberry, hold your hand behind her mouth, put it in her mouth from the front, catch it, pass it back round, just keep feeding her the same strawberry.
That's
I
so
mean,
dumb.
yes.
That's how my mind works.
I am pretty certain she eats by tube because
Yes. Yeah.
her internal like. Did you notice that her brain and her stuff like that is actually below her skin, like in like a little
Yes.
tank?
Yeah.
And like it's something you don't really notice the first time. At least I didn't. But you can literally see her brain below.
Yeah. And for all the fruit fans out there, pardon my thinking that she automatically likes strawberries, but most people do. Carry on.
Most people do.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's one of my. She was a fun one.
Yeah.
Lady Cassandra
and the poor
O'Brien.
Face of Bo in the background being washed.
Yeah, you find the face of Bo to be pretty funny, and has been referenced quite a few times.
Yes.
I
It
love
was
the
on the
face of
news.
Yeah, so do I. It's a giant head in a jar. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you
Yeah.
like
What's
it?
not to love?
I hope we get to meet the face of Bo more. I would like to know what that is all about.
Hold that thought until after the last topic. You're gonna find out.
Okay.
We're gonna go to least favorite villains.
Least favorite villain. The
Rexicoricophalopatorians, or the Sladine,
That.
if you prefer.
yeah, the theme.
Slytherin.
They're
Yes.
a lot of people's least favorite.
Yep. My hand's in the air.
Yes. I actually don't mind them, but that's also because they're, spoilers, there's a lot more Slytherin stuff in the Sarah Jane adventures, and they're actually done better there.
Yeah.
But it also fits
Because I mean
the tone
the fart
better.
joke was funny the first few times.
To me, it wasn't ever funny.
Oh,
No.
I like a good fart joke.
Yeah,
so
I know,
I'm-
you like them more than I do, so that's just a case of that.
Yeah.
That whole thing felt like fillers to me. That's why I
Fillers?
didn't like them. Fillers in the middle of the
Fillers,
season.
you
Yeah,
really...
Phyllis. I thought you said Phyllis, and I was like, who the fuck is Phyllis?
I don't know if Phyllis. I wouldn't speak to her if I did. No, it. I liken Series 1 to a V shape. High at one end, low in the middle, and high up the other end. That's how I
Yeah.
look at it. Yeah, carry on. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm really trying not to be opinionated. But
Yeah, I am. You have noticed that you know how I feel about this season. You know that I
Yes.
actually managed to keep it, but that's
Yeah,
just because
you
I'm
did.
kind of used to it. I'm trying to not have my personal opinions. I will only really tell you what I feel after you've watched it, so you can have your own
Yep.
opinion. So I'm not affecting your opinion of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it, did they?
Nope, it's one of the most.
That whole thing.
It's one of the
And
least.
to be fair,
like
I find
two-parters
them scarier than
than the Daleks.
yes. As
Wow.
like looking at them. I mean,
Yes.
their eyes are quite cute, the Slytherins, but I mean, as a being looking at it, I find them scarier.
They're, to be fair, have giant claws that can run after you and claw you open. They are a terrifying thing in concept,
Yeah.
definitely. It's just not really it's not really the Slytherin themselves, it's just the story they were written into. That's really weird.
Yes, I mean, it was a weird story.
Yeah.
But I mean, greed. They were just greedy.
Yeah. They were.
Yeah,
They want to
almost
make
human
money.
Yeah.
with their greed.
I mean, there has to be always at least one villain that just embodies greed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Money, money, money.
I think
I mean, the
that-
Daleks are just nationalism, but
Yes. You're just like everybody that's different needs to die.
yes.
Yes.
We've all heard that song.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
So I mean, a lot of the villains are embodied by our human scariness. Well, I mean, like I said, the Daleks are just nationalism and
yeah.
or speciesism,
In that case.
Okay.
and the Slytherin are just greed, which is also the things that we are fighting on
Yeah.
Earth.
Again, that's what's scary about Doctor Who creatures is that we can all see that dark human side in them.
Yeah.
Makes them even bloody more terrifying, doesn't it? Because you start thinking to yourself, "Oh God, yeah."
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Hitler had have been in one of those Dalek things?
Yeah.
That's the thought that came to me. You know, can you imagine if he was actually all powerful like that? It'd have been the end of the world, wouldn't it? And that's basically the Daleks in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Very clever, very cleverly written. Sorry to bring up the Nazis there.
Well,
Apologise.
we were talking about
but
Daleks,
but it's
so
a well-known thing.
yes, we are talking about something that's based on the Daleks. So based on the
Yeah.
Daleks, what based on the Nazis?
Yeah, the Nazis were based on Daleks.
I've got an old black and white
No.
photo of Hitler sitting in his office with a picture of a Dalek behind him. Can you imagine? Shit.
No. Okay. Okay. To what is actually the last topic on, but this is of course a discussion, so we can keep talking after it if we want. But
Yeah.
it's just titled "What happens next?" So what do you want to see / what do you think is going to happen in the future?
Oh God, what is gonna happen?
That's why I said hold that thought, because you said you want to see more of the face of Bo.
Yes, because I would really like to know what that is all about. So, God, I gotta watch the season like 3 times over. But the last
Adam
episode-
gets sucked into a black hole.
Yes, I would just love to see like him dying over and over, just like resurrected and killed again, and brought back and killed again.
Just permanently frozen on the event horizon of a black hole.
Yeah,
It
it would-
actually
it
comes back.
You know, I have an idea. Why don't they do it with the new seasons, just for like the people that have hung around? Just like after the credits, there's just a scene of Adam dying in different ways.
Yes, he'll be the new Kenny McCormick. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da, it's the Adam Death Show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That went to a very dark place very quickly. What the frick happened?
Yes, it did.
Yes,
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, Shady.
Hey guys, sorry we're late. We had late dinner. Hello, Shady. We
Hello.
are still in the discussion, and I have no idea what anyone is talking about. Yeah,
We were talking about you, Shady. We'll stop now.
yes. Considering what we were actually talking about, no, we were not. we were talking about the death of a character we hated in the show, like how much we wanted
Yeah.
him to die.
Yeah.
We're not hating on everyone in the world called Adam. So I'll just clear that up.
Yes, he just happens to have a very common name.
Yep.
All
I've
bad
met some
things.
very
I hope.
lovely Adams.
All bad things ahead.
No, but yeah, that is one thing. I would like more Daleks, so I can shoot myself.
Yep.
But I mean, there was a weird the Dalek that had gone a bit crazy.
I think
There in
it's fair
that
to say.
series.
Do you mean?
Well, he got when he was like making taking the people and making Daleks out of them.
Yeah, you mean the Dalek Emperor?
The Dalek
Emperor, isn't that what it's called? The Emperor,
Emperor,
of the
because
Daleks.
I just heard
Yeah.
Dalek purr.
Yeah.
Dalek
Yes, the
Emperor.
Dalek Emperor, but he got like desperately crazy.
Yeah, and thought he was
Trying
a
to make more
god or something.
Daleks, and he
What the
was
frick?
like rationalizing it. No, they're not. They're pure.
And yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Shady, you're probably not gonna understand any of this, because Doctor Who discussion.
Yeah. So yeah, but the Bad Wolf. Did we ever get to know who the Bad Wolf was?
As Rose said, I am the bad wolf.
Of course, yes. I felt like she was the Bad Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it is kind of debated on whether it's Rose herself or it's Rose plus the Dalek or if it's the thing inside of Rose or something like that, but nope, not even close. Yeah, this probably sounds really weird out of context.
The TARDIS is the Bad Wolf.
The
What's your opinion on that, Tina?
I think it's kind of a combination of both. Like, it is Rose and the TARDIS became something else, the Bad Wolf. Like, it's kind of a fusion. You
Because
don't
now
say.
I remember
Yeah.
in the end I was trying to guess who the Bad Wolf was, and my last guess before we actually found out was the TARDIS.
Which
Yeah.
is
Well,
sort of right.
I've always felt that it was the TARDIS talking through Rose. But I've always been of that opinion.
Yeah,
But that's just my opinion.
that's a good thing
Like
about
you say,
art.
there are several theories.
Yeah,
So,
it is very much, and I will, again, it's not really a spoiler, it's never really explained. It is very much just, like, up to your interpretation, like,
yeah,
what really is it?
it's a make your own mind up
Yeah,
moment.
like,
Sometimes those type of things annoy me a lot because I like to have a final answer, but
You need disclosure, yeah.
yes.
Yep.
But most of the time it's better when it's just open for debate.
yeah. Well,
Like if you would get a definitive answer of what the Bad Wolf is, it wouldn't be as fantastic,
Yeah.
I think.
And I think it's
Uh,
fair to say, I don't know if Tina will agree with me, but as you carry on your Doctor Who journey, you will change your mindset a little bit of how you think about certain things and maybe look at things in a different way.
yeah, you might,
And
like,
then
Yeah.
things from the past might actually become clearer that you weren't thought, well, I didn't like the way that ended, or I didn't, you know.
yeah,
Doctor Who, if nothing else, does make you think in a different way.
it is.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
you're only in season
You
one,
might
so
tend
you
to
might.
go back and forth.
You've only
Yeah.
seen 13 episodes of a show with, I think, overall over 1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
But how many
Yeah,
episodes?
So I'm missing a big part of the story. Yeah.
Like, how many episodes
No,
are...
no. What I meant was that you said you didn't get full disclosure on the Bad Wolf thing. But
Yeah.
When you get your Whovian brain,
Yeah.
everything will look differently. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That was so vague, I don't know if that helps, but still.
Am I gonna
nice
get?
for trying.
Do I have to go in for a brain?
No, once you've watched them all, you
Changing
apply to the Doctor Who
operation?
Society, and they send you a Whovian brain. A bloke
Yeah.
comes around, removes the top of your head, takes your normal brain out, puts a Doctor Who one in.
Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
get one of those holes in my brain. Right?
Yeah, like Adam.
Like Adam.
And the mod that lets you sick up. Nice.
Yes. Like, instead of... I forgot about that, the friggin' vomit automatic,
Yeah.
where instead of
Yeah.
puking up, you just get,
Vomit
like, a
automatic.
tiny little Ice Cube.
How
Vomit.
cool would that be, though? Oh, I feel a
Don't
bit
spew it
sick.
everywhere.
Plop.
You would be slightly confused, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. It'd make clearing up after uni a lot easier, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Eating eggs. But I did like the big blob thing. That was to control over Station 5.
sorry, I love that you call it the big blob thing. You mean the mighty Jackrafess of something something or whatever hell
Yeah.
it was called. And also
The
Simon
blob
Pegg.
thing.
Also Simon Pegg.
Yeah, also,
Yes.
I'm playing my dyslexia card because I can't say any of those names. So.
Yeah, you mean the mighty Jackrafess, the Nesting
Yes.
Consciousness, and all of these
Yes.
weird names. And of course Raxacoricophalapatorius.
I can't even say autumn.
Auton, yeah.
Autons.
It's a weird thing to say. We say Gelf. The Gelf.
Gelf.
The
I like
Gelf?
the Gelf.
That's the ghost thingy that was in the Charles Dickens episode. They were called the Gelf.
Yeah.
Because it's like one syllable. I still
Exactly.
can't say Yaxir. Nope. Yeskir.
Yep, no.
Yeskir. That's my favorite character.
Yes,
My favorite character from The Witcher, and I can barely
Yep.
say his name.
yes, yeah.
Yeskir. I love Yeskir. But
Yeah, I did like Simon Pegg in that episode. He was great.
yeah, he was very Simon Pegg.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically, is he Simon Pegg in everything he turns up in, so he's great.
Yeah, he is really likable, I find.
He is.
Yeah, he is awesome.
Have you watched Hot Fuzz, by the way? I don't know. Like, I'm talking to you.
Have I?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
You really
have to
should
see
watch.
that movie.
You don't
Can
need
the
to
three of
see.
us watch it together, please?
We could. Like,
Yeah.
I love Hot Fuzz so much. Like, we
Is
don't.
it a show?
It's okay. It's a Simon Pegg movie, and it's
Okay.
written by. Oh, hello, Zara. We're actually talking about Simon Pegg. We're not talking about Doctor Who at the moment.
Hey, Izzy.
Hello. Like, there's. Oh, sub. There's no alerts
Subhype.
because I don't have the alerts on when doing this, but alert sound. which is a giant ship coming over a desert. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, we just finished eating sirloin steak. Oop. Whoops, caps.
Okay.
Ooh.
Was it loud sirloin steak? Is that right shouting? Sorry.
I'm not shouting, I promise. It's a lot funnier if you're shouting, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's a Simon Pegg, it's the second movie in the Cornetto trilogy. You should probably not watch the first movie in the Cornetto trilogy that is called Shaun of the Dead. It's a zombie movie.
I've actually seen it. I've
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh, you have.
That's
Saw it years ago, and it actually contributed to my
yeah, I'm not surprised.
zombie phobia. Because
Right.
the zombies in there are
Pretty gruesome.
really...
Shaun of the Dead is great.
Yes.
Yeah, me and C actually watched Shaun of the Dead together, but we have not. She has not seen Hot Fuzz or At World's End either. The other two movies. Hot Fuzz is my favorite and is the second one in the series, and this is like, it's called the Cornetto trilogy, but they're not at all connected story wise. They just have the same actors and the same writer, and it's like kind of like think American Horror Story. It's the same story with it's different stories with the same actors.
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz is amazing. I don't really want to say what the genre is, just because that's part of the fun.
Mm. I agree.
But do we have anything extra to add to the Doctor Who stuff?
Yes,
Ja-
I was going to say something, but I forgot about it.
Genre
If
chaos.
it's going to be with the Blob, yes, when I was watching it, because of course the Blob was never in the view
Yes.
I was getting, because I'm so curious, and everybody was like talking to the
Everyone was looking
the
up.
main person. I was like, please show me who it is the whole time.
They just look up and say, "Hello, I refer you upstairs."
Yes. But no, it was because it kept alive that it got me hooked on my curiosity to try to figure out who it was or what it was. Fuck!
What did you do? I heard things.
I spilled my drink.
Oh
Of
no!
course, I knew that's what it was.
Yeah.
And that is why I
That's fine.
usually have drinks in bottles. Like, I do that because I will spill things if they're not in a closable thing.
Yeah. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Did it
Yes.
destroy
So
anything?
what would happen? I have no idea what is coming.
Oh,
You know
hello.
what I mean? In the shows.
Yeah, not
Like,
knowing a
because
lot about the Who
watching,
universe.
even though yeah, I mean, for watching the first series, I had no idea what was gonna come next. I have no idea what to expect.
No.
Nope. Like,
Continuing forwards.
particularly because
Yeah.
you've got a new doctor who you've literally seen like 20 seconds of.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hi,
I mean,
Margin.
it's David Tennant
Hi,
now,
to the stream.
right?
Yep, I did try to say hello to Majin there. Hello.
Yep.
And also, and if you don't spill them, I somehow end up spilling them. Sorry, I really like that.
Your drinks.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm ready for whatever
Yeah.
throw at me, I think.
Of course, something we can actually talk about. What are your thoughts on David Tennant? You are actually quite. You know the actor.
Yes. I like him. He's fun.
You said he was stalking you for a while, as in did the thing where I told you who he was and you ended up seeing him everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, that when you first introduced me to David Tennant, that happened, and of course, Mom was watching Broadchurch.
Yep, Broadchurch.
So, and that kind of, wow, that scared the living daylight out of me.
Sorry, Doctor Who just turned up.
That's. Oh
I'm off.
Jesus. Oh Jesus.
I'll see you yesterday. Oh, stop it now. Stop. Thank you.
Are you
Sorry.
leaving
Why?
and abandoning us like
Goodbye.
Rose did?
I'm guessing he's actually coming back because time travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually haven't been here the whole time, but I came back before you noticed I'd left. Now how's your brain? Ah!
Oh,
Jesus.
don't do jokes like that. I'm waiting for my Hoovian brain in the mail.
Excellent.
No, but yeah, I have no worries. I know he's gonna be good, and I mean, I saw the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, but don't really remember
Not
it.
that I remember
Nope.
a lot about it.
Because you saw it when it came
not
out
that
in
I-
2013, which is why I'm not really, you're probably not going to remember much. Other than when you watch it, you're probably going to be like, oh yeah!
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, watching it then, I had no idea what was going on.
Nope.
No.
So, yes, because I was out of tune. Of course, I had no idea. Because that was, I think, wasn't that the first episode I saw?
I think you had seen Blink before that.
Is that the...
That's the Weeping Angel one.
Yes.
The
Damn it.
statues, yeah. Because
Scared the
what I
absolute
like
crap
about
out
that
of me.
episode is that it's not spoilery, it's completely out of context. Like, you don't need to see anything before you watch that episode.
No.
Yes.
Yes, see. Definitely.
Damn Blink episode. Yeah, I've also shown it to see. Isn't that the only episode you've seen, Sarah? At the moment?
Give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back.
Also, imagine, because you're here, how much have you seen Doctor Who?
how everybody showing up has seen little to nothing of Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this podcast thing is that pretty much no one I know has watched it. Like my family and my family has, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I was about to say my family and my brother is like he's still my family. I'm an idiot.
My family and my brother.
Also, you're gonna know how much of an idiot I am. I literally pointed, like I pointed to the living room and then to my brother. Yeah, you
That's
totally.
good.
Like even if I was on camera, that's not gonna tell you anything because
I know.
pointing at things.
We can't see him. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and watch the series again to
Like fully take it in.
yes. Because I mean it is a lot. At least for me, because time travel thing is something that I've always found really difficult
Yep.
in any shape or form.
And this show is pretty well, yeah, kind of mind bending.
Yes. It like sets out to be I feel messing with you. To try and get you to think about things differently.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot of the problems and we are facing in society and kind of blows them out into a bigger, like with the news thing, news station where they're like getting people hooked on
Yeah. I remember.
news and like the competition, like the people. I don't know. I just gotta get to like level 500, wasn't it?
Yeah. You gotta get promoted to level 500, where the walls are made of cold, as you said.
Yes, and nobody knows what's happening up there. It's like I just gotta get there.
Also,
And turns out it sucks to be promoted. So
yes, and also, what I think is so funny about that episode is like, if you go up to 500, you never come back. It's like, isn't that freaking suspicious?
yeah,
He gets promoted and
do you
never
really wanna go
no
up
one
there?
ever sees you again. It's like, what the hell? How the hell does that work? Imagine if I got a promotion and you would never hear from me again. It's like,
yes. I mean, I still find it kind of confusing, like with the, like the mannequins. I mean, they were just everybody was attacked by killer mannequins, and then they just died, and everything's back to normal.
because there was a freaking cover up by the government. It's the whole they don't believe something that's right in front of them kind of deal. It is.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the times like that, and sometimes it confuses me what the doctor is trying to fix. Because it's still kind of bad afterwards, because you get so used to like everything being correct to the way it was, but after stopping the consciousness that
Nestine
made
consciousness.
plastic come alive. Wasn't it like a pool of consciousness or
Yeah,
something?
it's called the Nestine consciousness, but it was like a pool of living molten plastic. Again, for you
Yes.
people who have not watched Doctor Who, this is gonna sound really weird.
Yeah, but I mean, like, because in most time traveling things, they're always trying to correct the timeline to exactly how it was. But he just stopped the consciousness and the mannequins died, and I mean, things wouldn't be the same as they would have been, but yeah, so that is kind of new, I find.
Yeah, maybe it would
I
have
hope
been...
you're getting my point, because I feel like I'm talking out of my ass.
I
right
know,
now.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But one thing, that kind of funny thing that popped into the head when you said that is that I just imagined that all of a sudden the entirety of Britain only uses like wooden mannequins.
Yes.
Like something like that, like really dumb.
It's like, oh, every mannequin is made of wood. plastic mannequins were banned after the incident of 05.
What
Or
happened?
what?
Like a mall was shut up by killer mannequins. Excuse me, what?
Yes, and everybody in Britain is like, yeah, it's just a part of history. We don't really talk about it, though.
Lol, what? Yes, I know. Uh, sure, lol, what?
Yeah. I mean, that kind of gets me, and it is the first episode, right?
It is
With
the first episode.
I feel like it's a really deep dive from. Now I know I have no experience with the old Doctor Who series,
Hmm?
so but like I feel like right at the start it was establishing itself as extremely weird villains show
Oh
type
yeah.
of thing, because why do you start with fucking conscious plastic? What?
Because okay, you probably
Like,
didn't
who
know
came up
this.
with that?
The Autons are actually a classic villain. Like they are from the old
Are they?
series. Yep, and I have actually seen the episode they appear in. It's trust me, it made a lot less sense in the classic show, and they looked
Yeah.
so much worse.
Yeah, so that makes sense when you know about the series before, but coming in knowing nothing about it,
Yeah.
that is really confusing, and you're just sitting there like, what? And I remember when he was like Mickey was standing there, and the plastic can was like coming over to eat it. I was like, is that plastic? Is that trash can alive? It was. Yes.
I legitimately like that scene just because it's so silly. Like I don't mind when it's funny. Like, yes.
Yes. And I mean, a killer trash can is just, yeah.
Also, I know
Not what you would expect, but exactly what Doctor Who would do.
Yeah. I also shout out to, because we were also talking about Jackie, the line, "There's a strange man in my bedroom." Anything could happen. Nope.
Yeah. That is, yes. I mean, yeah. At first, when Jackie met the Doctor, she found him attractive, but then when he took her rose away, she kind of hated him.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
I just heard BRB. I didn't really know why you left.
What? Something I simply had to do that couldn't wait.
Okay.
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Did your
So
trash
much as
can come alive?
That's just as much as the stream needs to know.
Spoon got
I
coffee,
didn't
I'm
get
guessing.
coffee. No, it's something a tad more urgent than that, Z.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, the reason why she says "lol what" is because we mentioned mannequins coming alive and killing people in the mall.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
she's
out
going
of
to be.
context, I can imagine that's quite.
In context, that's quite weird.
Yeah, it's quite alarming to hear. I never look at a shop window the same way again. Not that I go to the shops, but you get what I'm saying.
Especially now.
I remember when I was little, I saw a mannequin in a store, and I was convinced for years that I saw her eyes move. And I was
Really?
terrified of, yes, I was terrified of them for years. But then I had that Terminator mannequin dream, a nightmare type of thing.
Yeah.
And I've kind of buried my fear of mannequins since then.
I would never go to that store again. Ever. That happened to me. What did I miss? Where are we?
Living trash cans. The night of the living
Alright.
trash cans. Why
Did
didn't
we
they call the
establish-
episode that?
The night of the
Yeah.
living
That would be
trash
such a cool
cans.
title.
Ugh.
Did we established Z
Can
and,
it be?
Shady haven't seen much. What about Margin?
I asked him, he didn't answer. He might be lurking, so.
Margin, unlurk for a second. Answer the question.
Yeah, that's not really gonna work if he's lurking.
God damn it.
Use your mind power.
Yes. And sent it to America, apparently.
Yeah.
okay, in the regeneration process,
Yes.
he has his memories,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, but his personality and experience, appearance changes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got that down.
Yeah. That was pretty much the
One-
gist of it.
One thing I've always loved about Doctor Who, right, here we go again. You're talking about regeneration. I've always thought the Doctor is like an onion. He's got loads and loads. She has loads and loads of layers.
And
Each
also as an
time-
ogre, sorry, I really needed to make that
Yeah.
reference.
Each time she regenerates, you get to see another layer. It's clearly still the same person or entity.
So,
I should say.
using that logic, do you think at some point we get to the core Doctor?
Who knows? But I always like to think of it as a regeneration, not a replication.
Yeah.
Put it that way. So, and again, that's what I
So
like.
do you think at some point, no, while talking layers, you wouldn't get a layer back? I was just thinking if it was like pulled out of a hat, which personality you get, so at some point it would get to regenerate back to someone else that he had.
Oh, that's
No,
kind of
that's a damn good question, and that's kind of how I see it. Not everyone agrees, but I think that's the reason why you don't get the same one back. Is because
Yeah,
it's
because
like
you
not
peel it
so much-
away.
yeah, kind of. I don't know if Tenor agrees with that.
I'm gonna be absolutely honest, I have not overthought it that much.
Oh, I have.
Like, and the thing is,
Because I was like thinking
overthink
like
things
what
a
the
lot.
process inside the Doctor is.
I
Is
just
it
think
just like
of it.
okay, now he'll be like a depressed dude and a mean dude?
I just
or...
think of it as he's being reborn, like it's being shifted
Yeah.
around. I haven't really thought of any kind of fancy metaphors, which is why I was
No.
like,
I
Well,
go straight down
reason-
that line, but
I always reason it that that's why you never get a Doctor coming back
yeah.
because of that process.
What
That's-
if the first Doctor was everything, and then as he regenerates, he loses some parts?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm just getting into the weird zone, but
No, you're not getting into a weird at all, because like I said before, at risk of repeating ourselves, as your journey continues, these are the sort of questions that you may or may not get answered, you know?
yeah. But
That's
because
the great
I
thing
thought
about
when
it. It's an ongoing story.
I've always thought when the Doctor regenerates, you would get like a whole new person, and he would just have its knowledge, but not necessarily his memories. So that made me like the generation process a lot sadder.
mm-hmm.
But
Again, we can't really discuss that in depth, can we, Tenor, without
not really, because
spoiler
you
it.
haven't really. You've literally seen one regeneration and literally just
Yeah.
seen like 20 seconds of the new Doctor, so we can maybe
That's
talk
a great
about
question.
that
Yeah.
next time he regenerates or something
Yeah.
like that, just because then you've experienced the entire thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Keep these unanswered questions in the back of your mind, is
Yeah.
what we're saying.
Write them down. You've got
Write them down.
clues.
I'll lose the note, never mind. So,
Yeah.
but okay, I'll probably have the same thoughts again. So okay,
Yeah.
I'll keep my regeneration thoughts.
Keep your box open.
Yes.
That sounded
Keep my
completely
box
wrong.
open.
Yeah, no, that forget I said that. Can we edit that out?
No, we cannot edit out something live.
God damn it.
Just call the Doctor and he will fix it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop laughing at me, Z.
I'm not
Oh,
surprised. Like,
Yeah, I was also when we were watching that is still the first episode, right? With the the Doctor investigator or the conspiracy.
Yeah, he was in the first episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clive.
So I was wondering, like, if, like, when the first Doctor like goes back in time and does a thing, right? And then the other Doctor comes along and does other things. I would like his appearance throughout history would change or not. Like, because when he was like researching the Doctor, he would get like pictures or drawings or so. But seeing he's not an entity, he's a being, so it wouldn't change like others' perspective of him.
So you mean because
that's...
of... Yeah, that sounded so
I'm just
deep.
wrapping my head around that question.
that was really hard to follow, even though I kind of know what you're talking about. Like, you mean the stuff that Clive had of, like, pictures of the Doctor throughout history?
I just realized I sounded like a crazy person.
You sounded like, well, something that David
You're
Tennant
only just
said.
getting that?
Yeah, something that David Tennant said quite famously is there is no way that you can just describe Doctor Who without sounding like a complete loony. He actually said that once.
Yes.
Very accurate.
Well, I feel alright being on that boat, but yes, because I was wondering, like, I remember we kind of talked about that.
Yeah, sorry, Zero just put, out of context, a lot of this sounds like the lost tapes of maniacs.
Yes, basically. I wouldn't disagree with that comment.
Because now I'm trying to understand the mechanics of the Doctor, and that is kind of difficult to do.
Okay, there is one way of explaining it, and let me put it in a nutshell for you. It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yep.
When you can't explain something, that's
it's
the phrase
wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yep.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite memes ever. It's a Star Trek Doctor Who meme, and it just the first panel is a picture of Spock, and it just like Star Trek explaining things. There's just a giant wall of text of him doing like technobabble. Then the next one is a picture of the 10th Doctor, and it's called Doctor Who Explains It, and there's just a word bubble that says, "Well, I won't explain shit." I really love that meme.
Yeah. And just to put it in a real world nerdy context here, as in real life, physics, if we were able to travel at the speed of light, which we're not, we would then effectively be able to time travel, but you can't time travel because you can't travel at the speed of light because paradoxes pop up all over the place, like all the time. And mathematicians all over the world in history have worked this out. And you have to put, does that paradoxes come up in Doctor Who? Because they're a fact. They're based on science facts, is what I guess I'm saying. So, get to the point, Steve. So some things can't be explained, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because of the paradoxes.
I tend to, because I like making myself feel like shit, I tend to seek out things that I can't explain and beat myself up about it.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I thought that was just... No, I thought that was just me.
No.
I do that all the time.
No.
Okay,
so
good.
I just sit there, it's like, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Why not?
What,
I want it to make sense,
what
but
did
it's
I...
no physical way of...
What did I randomly, like, send you that just made you kind of go like, I hate you? There was something I sent you that was exactly like that. Yeah, it had
I can't remember.
It had something to do with, like, the Icelandic language, and there was, like, a word that kind of meant the opposite and the same thing, or something like that. You were like,
I can't remember.
It was right before Christmas. Also, Sarah just said, so many paradoxes, the universe collapsed in on itself.
Yeah, that in itself, it will cease to exist, but it will never have existed, which is a paradox.
Yes, I hate
See what
paradoxes.
I mean?
Like,
That actually ends up whizzing your brain in a mixer because you're just like, can't get my head around it.
Yes, paradoxes are the worst.
Yeah.
Yes. So because as I was saying, like the Doctor uh exists throughout history as different persons, but never the same.
Yes.
Yes. That still made me sound like I was crazy, but
No, but that's how it works. That's how it works
yeah.
because they're traveling. Because a previous Doctor or a future Doctor isn't the same as the present one.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it works. But if it was the actual same thing, it wouldn't work.
Yes, but because that make him kind of an entity that lives out of time and
Like,
place.
he is.
But he's still a being that lives
like
Yes.
kind of out of time and out of space, but
he
not
can more like skirt like around it, if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah,
yes.
I agree.
He's like
He
he's
knows
not.
he knows how to manipulate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I think.
So
I'm trying
that
to
things
separate
work
my
out.
Star Trek logic from my
Yeah.
Doctor Who logic.
I think
Yeah.
that doesn't help that you were just watching that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
And
really
of course,
should.
if you watch the first lot of Star Trek, a movie, they travel in time as well, and then
Oh,
it
yeah.
gets all paradoxy.
Yeah.
That movie, like, have you seen
Yeah.
that movie, or I think you've only seen Into Darkness, so.
Yes, that's the only Star Trek movie I've watched.
And
but
I know
I'm
the
Oh,
only
yeah.
reason why you saw it is because of Cumberbatch.
Yes. I'll see.
then
I watch everything if it has Cumberbatch in it.
And then there's time traveling humpback whales, and it gets all very confusing.
I love
so-
that one. Like, it's called. I always call it Star Trek Save the Whales, and I know a lot of other people
Yeah.
do as well, but it's actually called Star Trek 4 The Voyage Home. And
Captain, is it time for another colourful metaphor?
And okay, I'm just gonna tell this to you because it's funny. There is literally a Star Trek movie. This is with the original crew, where they go back to the 1980s in order to save some whales because an alien probe is gonna destroy the Earth in the future because there aren't any whales on Earth.
It travels to Earth every 1,000 years or whatever to get a signal from the whales, to let the spaceship know it's that they're there. Then it goes away again. But of course, it turns up and we've killed them all off. And it does its nut and starts destroying the planet. So they have to go back and,
Yeah.
it's
And-
the craziest thing.
And I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is one of the most like fan favorite Star Trek films, and it really is a really
Yes.
fun film. But it's like a weird save the whales plot for some reason.
Yeah. And whenever we talk about Doctor Who, we end up on Star Trek. Whenever
Well,
we talk
I think-
about Star Trek, we end up on Doctor Who. The two are
It's-
inextricably linked.
It's
That's a big word.
sci-fi worlds.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, and also a random thing. I think I've mentioned this before to you guys, but what's funny about Star Trek Voyage Home is the fact that it's one of my earliest memories. Is I remember scenes from the movie, but it's before I realized what Star Trek was. So I literally saw the
Right.
movie as a kid, and I remember like scenes where Kirk is talking to the lady in the movie. Like I remember the not sci-fi scenes from the movie.
Right.
So it's
Well,
like-
they're in the cafe.
Yeah, when they're just talking in the cafe, but
Yeah.
I also remember when she follows him and she is like trying to push the invisible spaceship. Like that's where the
Yes.
sci-fi aspect. Like I remember that for some reason, and I
I love
didn't
that movie.
really know what Star Trek was at the time, which is really funny in context. It's like, oh, that was Star Trek. What?
I
Yeah.
love thinking back of things you've seen, like watching Bones when I was little,
Oh yeah.
missing the entire part that she wrote a book. Like I did not remember that about the show when I rewatched it when I was older.
Even though it comes up like in the pilot and there's an entire thing that.
Yes,
It
it's
keeps
just like a
coming
known
up.
fact throughout the series that she write books, and
Oh.
made a lot of money from it. But I missed it. I mean, I watched a lot of Bones when I was a kid, but that flew right over my head.
Damn it, Tina.
What?
I just got up to swat a bug off my screen. It was your mouse moving around. Sort of pop into the corner. Yeah,
There
I
we go.
literally leant forward to swat it.
The hell?
Yeah.
That was me, like, moving the mouse over the screen.
I caught it out the corner of my eye. I wasn't actually looking at it. I saw this thing. I thought, oh, to bug him up. And of course, being anxious, I couldn't sleep all night unless I found it. Because that's the thing.
So, do we have any final thoughts? For context, we've been going for 1 hour and 48 minutes.
Oh,
We
cool.
have?
Yes, we
That's
have.
cool.
And I talked the entire time.
Yes. There's a lot to
Well,
talk about.
I will state my
Yes.
position as Tina already knows. Very unpopular with most people, but this isn't my favourite Doctor. If you talk to most Whovians, they like hold him in a godlike stature. He is awesome.
I mean, isn't that just like
He
the logic
is a
of first
brilliant-
love?
Yeah, he's a brilliant actor. I just, yeah, I wasn't feeling it. But maybe it was the same thing.
Oh.
Maybe it's because it was the first of the new. You know, I hadn't quite got into it yet.
Yeah.
But even now, when I go back and watch, I love some of his episodes, but it's still not right up there for me.
Yeah, he is not my favorite Doctor either, but I do still really, really like him. It's kind of one of the...
Yeah.
I like every Doctor. I have not seen
Sure.
a Doctor
Same.
that I don't like, so...
Yeah.
Can't really say
I
anything
think
bad
he
about them.
would have needed another season to
Yeah.
be.
And that's
Loved.
not...
Sure, I agree.
And that's not really the Ninth Doctor's fault. Like, not really.
No,
No.
and that's
I mean, he
all
was
the fans'
good,
biggest
but-
complaint about it, isn't it?
It's a good thing.
I mean,
One-
he's a good Doctor, but you, like I said, I wasn't able to connect with him enough because it was such a short time, and then he was just gone.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would have. I feel like I would have loved him or like had more feelings about him if he were longer and you got to know him a bit more. But
Almost felt like he didn't get a chance, really.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it was all political.
yeah, it always is.
Yes.
Wow, that was heavy.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Left field, dude.
Sorry, just finishing off my freezing cold coffee.
But yeah,
Accidental iced
he-
coffee.
It's gotta be great going. I think it will be a lot easier next season.
Yeah.
Because I've got like the gist of things. But
And yeah, I also counted if we do like 2 episodes. What's it called? 2 episodes a day, like we were doing last time. We would be exactly on the next season, because I'm pretty sure I would do that if we were not to end up exactly. I would probably just have deliberately make us just start watching 1 episode the first time.
yeah. And 2 episodes a
do
week, not a day.
I meant the week. That was a misquote.
Yes.
2 a day.
I was like, I don't have that much time.
I know you do. That was a week. That's what I meant to say.
Yes. So that good.
Yeah, we're almost at the 2-hour mark, so we probably should just call it. This has been a
That's
very
good.
Yes.
It
Very
went-
good
it went
discussion.
Really fast. That was
yeah.
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 I kind of figured that you would probably be like, what?
The best thing is we got to stream it, and this is what we do anyway.
Yes.
Just chat about stuff. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah,
I
we
enjoyed that.
do regular chats like this anyway, so we're not really.
Yeah.
Is everyone still there? Did we
Yeah.
lose
Yes.
everybody?
Uh,
No, I mean
not
on the
us.
Chat, sorry.
Oh, in the chat.
I know
I was
you're
like,
still
I'm
there.
here.
I've been disappeared. The Doctor's disappeared me.
Yes.
Can we if everyone's in chat, can we have a quick round of applause for Tina's artwork, by the way?
Yes, that I totally did not make in MS Paint for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 minutes, literally.
Still pretty awesome. I particularly like the power crystal on top of the TARDIS.
You do know that's just like Filmhedningur, what it's called
Yes.
again. That's just
I
like
know what you mean.
Pentagon. That's just pentagon. What is it called?
Uh,
5-sided.
Yeah. I know
Is
what
Not
you
a
mean.
pentagon. A pentagon. Yeah, a pentagon. Thank you.
Pentagon? Oh no, if
The
Trump
next
comes out
one
of
is
that,
a
I'm switching off.
hexagon.
Hexagon is 6, right?
Six
Yes,
Penta is
yeah.
5.
that's what I said. The next one is hexagon.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And remember,
right.
sex.
So we all know the next one. We just don't know what that one is.
Also,
That's just how I
dear.
remember things. I was like,
Anyway,
hex,
it looks like a power
so
crystal.
penta must be
Just
5.
saying.
like my favorite thing though is the fact that you probably won't notice on that, but I actually hand wrote with just like the stretch, like the pointer stretch tool to write the text, and the reason why I did it like that is to make sure that I won't get any copyright for using said text.
Oh yes, yeah.
But-
Copyright strike.
But doesn't it just look quite nice? That's basically
does, it looks
freehand.
That looks very good. It's better than I could have done anyway.
Also, I definitely did
like
not.
the wibbly timey-wimey stuff in the background. I like that.
Yeah, that's just the spray tool.
I was going to say that's a spray can.
Yes. Also, I definitely did not
I
just
love
like.
how through all MS Paint they have not changed the spray tool
Nope.
thing
Yeah.
It's
one bit.
still awful.
If
Yes.
it's not broke, don't fix it. It works. Does the job. This has been really fun. Really
Oh,
enjoyed
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna say goodbye to the stream. It's been
Goodbye.
extremely fun. So to all of y'all out there, this is the Diddor Who podcast signing off. Had you forgotten what we titled this thing?
Yeah. Margin, you're back.
Hello, Magic.
We asked you a question before we go. Have you seen much Doctor Who?
Yeah, Spoon really wants to know.
He's gone. I love doing that right at the end of the stream. Because people are like, oh no, I've hung up.
I watched
I've
from.
watched from
Oh,
9 to
okay.
11.
So you actually are not, because most of the people in chat here have not watched it. So we were like, they literally just said in chat like, "You sound like maniacs."
Okay, cool. We got
Yeah.
someone on our side.
Yay! Someone who has actually
Hey.
watched it, because
Yeah.
it's really rare. I actually did get rated into a chat recently where there was someone who was actually like, we just started talking about Doctor Who. You stopped partially through 11, okay? So you have not seen. You've only seen part of 11's run.
I love the fact that Doctor Who at one point, not too long ago, was the most watched TV show on the planet. And now you say to people, "Oh, have you seen this Doctor Who?" And no, I've never seen it. Where did all these people go?
Well,
I've watched it.
like, to be fair, internet is a very big place, even though it's one of the most watched things.
Yeah.
Like, nobody in this country has barely watched it.
That's for a different reason, though, right?
We're constantly connected to the internet, so that's not really...
Right. I thought you couldn't get it on via normal
We did. I
platforms,
saw a
shall we
few
say.
episodes from
11.
Matt Smith's series that was being shown on a station that's not very popular.
Right.
Wasn't really not a mainstream series, but it had a lot of shows. I don't know why it didn't kick off, but
Was
yes,
it
there,
still through?
there I saw the Dollhouse one.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Peck Doll one. That's what she saw.
Yeah,
I hate that one.
Yeah, it's called...
I don't know. I was
the
like, I was
episode
thinking of
called
Pinna, and I
Night
saw it on. I
Terrors.
was like, I'm gonna watch that episode, and I regretted it as soon as I did.
Yes.
Because it's so scary.
Well, the
It's like,
episode...
got a
yes,
question.
dolls.
I've got a
called-
question to ask that I asked Tina and I ask everybody. Why is kids' stuff so freaking creepy? Dolls,
Oh.
clowns, bloody rocking horses. Ugh! So creepy as hell, man. What is that? Anyway, that's a discussion for another time.
Yeah, what's funny thing about that is it is creepy if it's not something you're used to. I actually owned porcelain dolls when I was a kid. You remember them, don't
Right.
you? Didda?
Yeah.
I
But
had
to be fair, I had porcelain dolls too, and they were on top of my wardrobe. And when I was lying in my bunk at night and watch me sleep, I would like shiver.
Yeah.
oh
Their
But as
eyes are
soon as I
boring
turned the
into
light
your
on, they were
soul.
fine.
Their eyes are boring into your soul while you sleep. Ah!
Yes.
I don't really
Oh,
like those
dear.
porcelain dolls. They just broke. Like they were not creepy, even though they were really technically creepy.
Yeah.
But
I wonder
yes,
if it's because we look at them through adult eyes and attach some different sort of meaning to them. I wonder if that's what it is.
okay.
It's like clowns.
probably.
Clowns are lovely, but they scare the shit out of me.
I love that we went on a tangent and we've started talking about dolls.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
This is
Lovely
gonna
to
be
see you all,
endless.
chat.
Yeah, this
See
is
you
what
next time.
this is why I need to stop things because we just
Yes.
talk forever and trust me, we have talked to like 3 a.m. before. We're insane.
It can happen.
So I'm gonna say goodbye now, just so it's not
Goodbye.
done.
Bye.
So